So in the process of building this bagger, I have got countless parts that need to be chromed. So I called around to figure out who is the best. I've never dealt with chrome plating. I have no clue. I don't know the process, except that I know it's multi-step. Without a doubt, the one name I got from everybody was Gary at J&D Plating. So it just so happened that I was already making my way to Minnesota, and he is located in St. Paul. So I'm on my way right now to go meet Gary. Never met Gary, talked to him on the phone. I shipped him some parts so that he would have them, and he has opened up the shop, told me I can come in. He's gonna teach me exactly what the steps are to prepping and fully chroming these parts. So I'm on my way to J&D Plating. Gary's the man. I'm excited to meet this guy. Everybody says he's the best, so I want to get this done and make it look right. My name's Lyonel Gammon, and I have a story to tell you. Years ago, I found my grandfather's motorcycle buried and forgotten in his old calving barn. I decided that bike needed to be restored and put back where it belonged, and that's on the road. So along the way, I learned there's a lot of things to hate about building a motorcycle. But at the end of the day, I fell in love with the process of building and creating a motorcycle and putting it back on the road. Well, I went back for a second round, and you were there with me as we took King Solomon, a pile of parts on a pallet, and turned it into a road-conquering chopper. Well, I thought that was it. I thought that's plenty for me. That's what I need to do in my motorcycle career and my motorcycle journey is build 2 bikes, now I can just ride them. Well, then a challenge just came, fell at my feet. And I am a mature adult, and I can say no to being taunted, but I'll never back down from a challenge. Come with me on Barnyard Bike Season 3 as we get back to building.
This area up here, this is where people are going to come in, pick up their parts, and this is where we do our final inspections, finished parts. Here the guys are racking parts for going into plating. It's a car grill piece. We hang everything on copper wires, copper hooks, so we can pass electrical current through them.
That makes sense. And this is all just extra build-up?
This is from being plated hundreds and hundreds of times, and we are overdue for cleaning. This is on the cleaning schedule. But yeah,
it's so cool to see it like that,
the plating builds
though.
up. A lot of it is going to be copper, because a lot of times we're plating parts in copper for multiple hours. The copper will build up on there. Then you get nickel and chrome on top of it. Basically, we take them and we just bang on them on an anvil, railroad track, or an anvil with a hammer, and it just crumbles off.
So you guys, you'll chrome anything, right? I mean, you'll plate.
We do. We really got our start mostly doing custom car parts. But the custom car parts game is really tough with the repairs and doing bumpers, and the competition out there for doing bumpers is really tough. It's really hard to make money doing them. So we started looking more into doing bike stuff. We can just turn around so many more parts, and there's less parts on a bike than there are on a car.
Yeah.
You know?
Lot
And they're
less.
just not so big and everything. So here what we're doing is this stuff is all getting ready to go back into the plating line. Got it all hung on wires. He's cleaning all the parts. They come out of polishing, and they're got polishing compound out of them, all that stuff. The most important thing about plating, just like painting, is clean, clean, clean. So he's going to scrub every individual part with lacquer thinner. He's got different brushes and stuff that he uses and picks. Now these parts here, these are just polished stainless.
Yeah.
So it's just, he cleans them and then they get wrapped up and shipped out.
Ready out.
Here's a couple of your parts. I cut those down last night. This is the pre-polish.
And even that, it looks amazing.
They're real dirty right now too, but here's where you started.
Yeah. 90-day difference. That's why when we got talking, we said, hey, let's just polish them. I was like, yeah, let's do it, because
so
they look amazing.
One thing that's really key to this, and you gotta have these in your hand to tell this. You see those little specks there?
Yeah.
That's in the metal. I can't get rid of that. You can't polish it out. But now I go to plate it, and those little flaws in there look like they're under a magnifying glass.
Oh, it amplifies
They catch light in a different fashion, and that light catches your eye, and it shows up in the form of a flaw or a pit.
Yeah.
So then what we have to do is we have to copper plate it for 3 to 6 hours, and then buff it all out again.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes the pits never go away.
It's a roll of the dice. How many hours you putting into it for the chance of it not working?
I have put parts in the copper for 3 to 6 hour buildups at least 4 times before. And every time I do it, I have to remove 90% of the copper that I apply.
Because you're trying to get to fill one little pit.
And then at the same time, I got to make sure all these mating surfaces fit back together again and they're flat. Because all the high current density areas build more metal than it does in this area.
Gotcha.
So we have to face off everything here, make sure everything fits, make sure that this is gonna, oftentimes if we have to go that far and there's a piece that goes in something like that, we'll put a plug in there.
Yeah, that
so
makes
it doesn't
sense.
build up.
Well, I'm excited to see that you did it like this and you've left some like this.
Yeah, I wanted you to see how it starts with
well,
the
and I
first
like to
tool.
get my hands dirty.
I'll give you that opportunity.
Yeah, I want to be part of
You'll
this.
have to change and shower before dinner.
It's all right, I can deal with that. I'm not afraid of getting my hands dirty, but the fact actually to see the process that you've taken this to that, I'm excited about.
Yeah, we've got one more. So what he's doing here, I've got the cutting compound palette on there right now. He's gonna wash all that off, and then I'm going to do a final color buff. And then that'll bring out whatever color. I don't think we're gonna get these looking like billet. Cast aluminum is just a different color.
Of course.
But we'll get them as bright as they'll allow.
It's awesome. I'm excited now.
And then this is my son, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
And Lyle.
Here, nice to meet you,
Nice
man.
to meet you.
So you get the cleaning job?
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
he-
much do everything, anything. that
That's
needs to be
awesome.
done.
I like having him here. He's probably one of the best employees I've ever trained. I'm not just saying that because he's my son. The best guys that do this kind of work are the ones that are trying to impress.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're not trying to impress anybody, you're just going to collect a check. If you want to be at the level that we have found ourselves luckily to be in, we have to. You know, there's people out there that can do just as much as good a job as we can. So we got to try to keep our quality high.
It's
And
awesome.
that's what I look for in employees. Really, is do you care about what you're doing?
What if the motorcycle accident wasn't my fault?
Call Law Tigers.
What if I can't get this jacket to close for some strange reason?
Don't call Law Tigers.
What if they rear-ended me and now I'm injured?
Definitely call Law Tigers.
The suit fit me perfect, Pop.
That was decades ago. Don't call Law Tigers.
Oh, great!
Injured in a motorcycle accident? Call Law Tigers before you call your insurance company.
Noisy room. So this is basically the blasting area. We do some disassembly of stuff. 5 polishing machines.
Wow.
We run 3 by 132 inch belts. We've got all the different stations set up for using hand tools, grinders, different sizes of everything. Then we run multiple different kinds of buffs. Like he's color buffing stainless steel right now, so that's like a white cotton buff. Tomorrow we do a lot of billet aluminum parts
Yeah,
for
those are
different
amazing.
companies. Those are JH choppers.
That's awesome. They cut them and ship them out. You take care of them from there.
Yep. We do hundreds of these a year.
Wow.
So now these parts are all just sitting here waiting to go into the stripping process. Like these parts, there's zinc plated or zinc chromate. We have to strip that coating off before we can do any work
Because you've got to get it down to the raw.
We got to get it raw, exactly. So these get pickled in hydrochloric acid for about a half hour. They come out, they're raw steel.
Wow.
Then we blast everything and then we do our polishing.
And I can see the copper, so of course this is probably your conduit, right?
Well, yep. This is what we call an anode bar. These are anode baskets. These hold the copper metal that we're plating onto the part. And this is the work bar, which has an opposite current from here. So basically when you put a part in there, it acts like a magnet. It's pulling metal from these bags onto the part.
That's cool. Yeah,
So-
see, this is amazing. And I would imagine depending on the size and thickness.
Yeah, and you just saw him when he was walking by with
Yeah.
that part. So this part's gonna sit in here for about, it's sanded to a 400 grit finish. It's gonna sit in there for about 3 to 4 hours. So we're gonna take it out and we're gonna buff it. It's gonna be flawless.
Wow. And it's funny how so many guys out there, like when it comes to motorcycles, are like, oh, chrome's old school. Nobody wants chrome anymore. It is an art.
It is.
Like,
It is.
you know, everybody always says that chrome won't get you home, right? But I've always been a chrome guy. But
Yep.
the amount of work and energy that goes in, and the actual biology behind it all is amazing.
Yep. It is. There's a lot to know.
Yeah, it's not just throwing something in and it's done. I think most people think that's how chroming is. They just drop it in a bath of one chemical and they're over.
The famous last words when I'm quoting a job and the guy goes, "Oh, really that much? Can't you just dip it?" No, I can't just dip it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of prerequisites before dipping
Yeah.
occurs. So this is an aluminum part.
Yeah.
You see all the sand lines and stuff
Oh,
in
yeah.
there? We have to get a nickel base on it before we can put it in the copper. So this is intended to go into copper next. And there's another part that's a repair on there,
Yeah.
that flaw. So this is getting the first base layer of nickel, then it'll go into the copper. We'll build that up and then buff out the flaw.
So when it goes to nickel, how long do you typically stay here?
About an hour.
Wow.
There's one of those.
Yeah, I mean, look at the difference from it over there to here now.
Yep. It's like I say, it's still got probably 30 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes.
So
to
about
go
what
yet.
temperature is this bath we're looking
This
at?
is 145 degrees.
So about the same as the other then.
Yep. And then the pH in this bath is about 3.8 to 4.2. So it is an acid. We do put acid in it to adjust the pH
Yeah.
down. pH rises when you plate, and we adjust it with sulfuric acid.
Didn't know that. Wow.
So then we've got 3 rinses here, and then this is our final step is the chrome. In the chrome, you're only in there for maybe 30 seconds to 2 minutes.
Really, that's
depending on
it?
the size of the part. Yep.
Based upon the prep and everything else, it just adheres then.
Right.
So same thing, we're same temperatures?
Nope, this one's at 106 degrees at peak.
Wow. All right, so now I've seen the steps. Let's get the nitty gritty. Let's get some stuff to dip.
Get some stuff to dip. Well, we got some polishing to do
Yeah.
first if we want to do that.
Let's do it.
Let's go grab your parts that you brought, and we'll start with that because we can. I can show you the stripping process quick, and then maybe I can hand it off to one of these guys while they're still here.
The only thing standing between you and the open road is some garage time with the right parts and accessories to make your motorcycle roar. And that's why riders everywhere choose DennisKirk.com, the one stop you need to get your Harley back on the road. Our knowledgeable tech staff will help you navigate our more than 185,000 parts, apparel, and accessories that are ready to ship today, with free shipping on all orders over $89. So tune up your ride and get ready for the next adventure. Ride more, wait less. Dennis Kirk.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, I'll hit it.
So this is the compound you're using. Compound is real key for this step. Light touch. You're just going over it once.
Okay.
Trying to do any work, you're just giving color.
Okay.
What I would do is I would start going like across like that to get all the sweeps like that, and then turn it this way, and then go across like that. Then the two will meet, and you'll get all that hard interior areas.
So it's really cool. Gary's actually shown me everything, and to meet his father, to know this is a second generation business. Gary Jr.'s got his son in here working, cleaning parts, that not only do they do this and they're opening the door up to me to teach me and show me how, but to watch Gary in there working with his guys, actually getting my parts, but he said I can't do because the angles, he said I'd probably end up shooting it across the shop. But really cool for him to open up the doors and show us how to do this. What can I grab?
Why don't you grab these 2 racks and
Okay.
come on back. Matt, I'm gonna have you do the aluminum. I'll do the replate. Okay. And then when he's done with the aluminum, he'll show you what to do with these.
Okay.
So what we're running here is a fraction of what we normally would run in a round. So we were running way too many amps for just these few pieces.
Okay.
So what I do, I got this big rack that's built up with all kinds of metal on it. We call this a robber. So we put this in the tank, and then we put our parts here, and we won't burn anything.
Oh, okay.
Some of them small parts, if you're going in one at a time, it could burn, and then we'd have to rework it. But now you want to watch. See, we just polished that aluminum so nice and pretty and polished. Now the polish is going away.
Just straight into the rinse now.
Yeah, go down to the rinse now. So what he does is he comes down here, he takes a sponge. This is the cleanest water in the shop. And he'll just give every part a quick wipe down to make sure there's none of that smut. The smut can cause us an adhesion problem. Or flat out, if it does get good adhesion, it can still cause a haze. So for clear plating, we always give them a wipe down. So what he did is he cleaned it, he deoxidized it, and he zincated it. Show them real quick before you put them down.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Hold these for a
Yeah.
second. Go ahead, set them on the bar.
Okay.
And then what you're going to want to do is take your scrub brush,
Okay.
pick up your part, and scrub it 100%. And you're going to have to do that 2-3 times.
So dip it back in.
Yep. And you want to constantly keep it wet.
Now do this one.
Yep.
Yeah, we always double wipe them for just in case. Then you're gonna rinse it here and then dip it in the muriatic.
Just simply in and out.
Yep. You want to make sure you get the hooks up to about there too.
Okay. And I go here.
Yep. See a little gassing going
Yeah,
on?
I could see him.
Yeah, you want that to start.
Okay.
And then just go put them on the bar in between the parts I put in that big rack. That's it. Now we wait.
So it's amazing when you don't truly understand what you're getting yourself into. So the amount of tubs and vats that they have here at J&D is amazing. That you have a specific vat just for cleaning, and then from that it gets dipped in 2 and 3 different cycles of water, and to know that they actually have the right process and procedure here, that none of their water goes down the drain. They actually recycle and reuse it, because after they start dipping it, it's got the minerals in one, they can actually repurpose that in the other. But to watch the system, to watch the cycle, to watch how the electrodes work, to actually draw all of this plating onto those pieces, that's a sight to be seen. And you better be a chemist to figure out how to do this stuff the right way, or as I saw earlier, stuff starts to grow and stuff starts to boil and it actually chews away the metal.
You want to do that one?
Yeah, I'll hit it.
So this is the compound you're using. Compound is real key for this step. Light touch. You just going over it once.
Okay.
Trying to do any work, you're just giving color.
Okay.
What I would do is I would start going like across like that to get all the sweeps like that, and then turn it this way and then go across like that. Then the two will meet, and you'll get all that hard interior areas. One pass should be good, really.
Start hitting the sides and work.
I would work in this area, finish that off now. So yeah, you're coming back and doing that. Start on this side so you go across. Okay. Let's add a little compound.
All right, so the amount of work, of course, we thought it'd be easy, but it wasn't, because what happened was my parts I brought in actually were all sand casted. So it took 2 days over here at J&D, and we have been cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting to get everything so it can be prepared to go to polish. So it's a never-ending process, and now I fully understand. I literally thought it was probably like everybody else. You just dip it and it's chromed. It's not that way. I thought sand casted, the dipping process would fill all those little cavities. No, we had to cut them out before you can take on those next steps. So it was a 2-day cycle. We had to work all day getting it done. On the first day, trying to get prepped, wasn't done. So we're back at it day 2. Been grinding away myself and cutting away to make sure we're ready to go to get them all pretty up.
You can bring something with you to show your buddies what you did today.
Are you kidding? I'm not even gonna unwrap them. They're gonna stay nice and pristine until I go put them back on.
That's a far cry from sand cast though, huh?
Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, they're beautiful.
You know.
All right, Gary, we've packaged it all up.
Thank you.
No, dude, thank you for teaching me. Thank you for letting me take over the shop and get this all done. So,
Well, I appreciate you coming out, giving us the opportunity.
yeah, I'm gonna head home, get this bike put together. I'm gonna send you pictures, but I owe you, so call me. All right. That's a successful trip. Let me tell you, you talk about good people in this world, and Gary's a good dude, man. For the fact he let me come in, taught me how, let me do the work. I mean, I'm still dirty. I didn't even get cleaned up. Everything's packaged up. We're headed out. Got to get back, get this bike done, and I'm super excited to know that I got to cut these parts down, chrome plate, fix these parts, fully polish them, and now they're going on this bike. So, got it done. Gary, man, he's a stud. I love him.